The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved. Freedom March is powered by BTC.
At an event today on Mackey Street, in which the Health Minister, Dr. Michael Darville, attended, apparently it had something to do with youth, HIV, and other, perhaps, diseases. The Health Minister has revealed that the Cabinet has now approved a new method as we strive towards granting citizenship to children born in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas to Bahamian fathers and foreign mothers. So we shall look at that in view of the fact that in 50 years, one of the greatest judicial ruling has taken place where the Chief Justice, Sir Ian Binder, has made a powerful constitutional ruling which has been upheld by the Privy Council in London, declaring that children born in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas outside of marriage, but to a Bahamian father and a foreign woman, is a citizen of the Bahamas. So it might be a new battle for the rights of children born in the Bahamas under some unusual circumstances. I cannot believe that I may have to look at bastardy children who were born here in the Bahamas. So it's a very interesting story. Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. My spiritual advisor, praise the Lord, is Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Everybody knows that my spiritual advisor belongs to a church that is reported to be from the first century. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. It's freedom time. All right. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. And of course, it's a Friday evening. And there are many activities which will be taking place here on the island of New Providence. Today I've received quite a number of calls and complaints from Freeport, Grand Bahama. I was very distressed when a young Negro lady called to complain over an issue to which her member of parliament, I felt, would have been the best person to put a case and to articulate for her. I was kind of saddened when she identified a member of parliament whom she claims she cannot reach, she cannot find him even when she goes to the constituency office, which I'm advised is paid for out of the public treasury. So if you see Iram Lewis, the FNM member of parliament, tell Iram, for goodness sake, attend constituency office meeting and answer his phone. I was so sad when I listened to the plight of this young woman And I felt that the best person to raise her issue would have been Aram Lewis, but she cannot find Aram. Well, my spiritual advisor, you must be ready for the weekend, and you must be armed with the word of God.
Yeah, man, it's always,
do you have on the full armor?
The question is, you need to put on the full armor, son.
Well, my spiritual advisor,
to withstand the fiery darts.
Well, the fiery darts cannot touch
Satan.
Well, I've rebuked Satan. I've stoned Satan. I stoned Satan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon. Yeah. Thank you so much, Santa. Good to be here. The parable of the gnat is going to be a very interesting read today, coming from the book of Matthew, chapter 13, 47 to 51. We all understand, fishermen will understand this concept here, the parable of the net. When you do drag net fishing, whatever is caught in the net is what's caught in the net. But here's what Jesus says about the parable of the net in comparison to the kingdom. He says, once again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was let down into the lake and caught all kinds of fish. And when it was full, the fishermen pulled it up on the shore. Then they sat down and collected the good fish in baskets and threw away the bad. This is how it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come and separate the wicked from the righteous. 50 and threw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Have you understood all these things, Jesus asks? Yes. They replied, Matthew 13, 47 to 51. Self-explanatory for those who would have time to go back over and look at it. It's a very interesting read, and of course, interesting principle applied here in the parable of the net. Matthew 13, 14 to 51. The word of God is always blessed. Amen. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, you would be aware that the Privy Council upheld a very, very powerful constitutional matter which was brought before the Supreme Court by Mr. Wayne Monroe, KC. And you would recall that Sir Ian Winder, he presided over that constitutional matter which had to do with children being born in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas by foreign mother and a Bahamian father. And of course, after 50 years of independence, finally a judge here in the Bahamas made such an important ruling which liberated thousands of children born to Bahamian fathers by foreign women. And so it was very great. Young people who never had a birth certificate, couldn't open up a bank account, perhaps couldn't go to the University of the Bahamas, couldn't travel. Well, they have been empowered. Now we have some children who are the fathers, or should I say the children of Bahamian men whose name perhaps is not on their birth certificate, because understand the society in which we live. It's a very ignorant society. We are very ignorant people. We do not teach our people in school. Listen, once you have a child, you have a duty to register the birth. And we do not say to the students, if you are a married woman and you have a child, you don't have to check about your husband. You can register the birth without his blessing. But if you are a single woman, you can register the birth in your family name. But if you are desirous of having the child's father's name on the birth certificate, two things must happen. One, when the mother is departing the hospital, they give her a birth application which must be completed, submitted, identify both parents, and then both parents are required to do what is termed an affidavit of birth, where both parents acknowledge the birth of the child, they are the parents, and they all say that the man is the father of the child. And together, the father and the mother must go to the Registrar General's department with the relevant documents proving who they are so that the birth can be registered. In some cases, that has never happened. And it didn't happen where the mother was a Bahamian woman with the father being Bahamian. It didn't happen. So there are countless children in our society who do not have birth certificate, and then there's been a stipulation. Some have suggested at the Registrar General's Department that you have 3 years to register the birth. If you do not register the child's birth within 3 years, they will deny you the right to register the birth, even though you have the application which the Princess Margaret Hospital would have given the mother, even though you can find the father to join you in submitting the application, but yet they refuse you. We are very unsophisticated. Notwithstanding that there are so many educated people among us, we have not taught that to our people. Well, the Minister of Health, that's Dr. Michael Dowell, attended an event on Mackey Street this afternoon, and of course, media asked him what was the government's position as it relates to children who would be entitled to citizenship, who perhaps are born out of wedlock to foreign mothers, and what protocol is being put in place if perhaps they cannot produce a birth certificate showing that John Doe is the father. And so we have been advised that the health minister says that the cabinet has approved a protocol and that the attorney general has sanctioned it, which means, if I understand it correctly, that if you are a Bahamian father, but you fail to acknowledge the birth of the child by ensuring that the child's birth is registered with your name, they will challenge the citizenship of your child. And in order for that child to be approved as a citizen, they will do a DNA. And if they do a DNA, well, if the child has your DNA, it's a Bahamian. Now what happens if the child does not have your DNA? What will then happen between you and the mother? Will there be more domestic violence? Will there be? Because there are many men who have been taking care of children for the last 18 years. And now with this new technology, if it is discovered that they are not the father, even though they have been the father, they have accepted the child from the date of birth, from the day the mother says she was pregnant, and now we have come with this solution, which I think is anti-foreigners. I do not like this protocol. I believe the protocol is unlawful. From my reading of the judgment, I don't see any provision where Chief Justice Ian Vinder called for DNA, nor have I seen where the law lords of London has called for it. And so I would like that Dr. Michael Darville will reconsider, because I submit that this will lead to mass discrimination and it will lead to domestic violence. Because if I have been changing Pampers and buying food for 18 years, and I regarded little Susie as my baby. And the government tells me that the baby ain't my baby. What do you think I can do? Now, certainly, me being a man that is not violent, perhaps I may say to the woman, go and sin no more. Or I may say, woman, get the hell out of here. So this is what is taking place. I'm very concerned about it. I think it's anti-man. Because if a man say, I am the father, let's leave it like that. That's the way I see it. And I think this new announcement is unlawful. And I call on Bahamian men to defend the right of your child to have Bahamian citizenship. Because if you say it's your baby, it's your baby. All right? Other than that, I have another alternative which I do not wish to suggest today, because if it is God's will, I intend to go to a banquet on Paradise Island. And if I make that suggestion, I don't want to get caught up in conversation on Paradise Island. But my spiritual advisor, I'll ask him if he has a view.
No.
You have no views?
Not on that, no.
Not on this one?
No.
So the spiritual advisor has no view on that. And so I just want the public to know, I just want men to follow this new announcement so that they can protect the right of their children that they have accepted, and children who were born out of marriage. Essentially, the vast majority of this society, and I'm talking specifically to the Negro people, they cannot show 200 years of marriage in their family. They cannot. It's always been a long line of bastardy, notwithstanding that in modern time they may be married, or their mother may have been married. But when you check the records, it's bastardy, and I'm annoyed that there is this attempt to interfere with a powerful judgment of the Ian Binder and the Privy Council. Well, having said that, there's some other interesting matters that is taking place in our country that I want to respond to. You will take note that yesterday Prime Minister Philip Davis went into Nassau Village, and of course in more recent days Nassau Village, like many Negro villages, have been rather peaceful, have been very calm, very law-abiding, and we've had no terrible reports. And, you know, there are so many communities now where we are constantly being told that there is gang. And I must confess that many times I go into these communities, I just don't see them, but people tell me there's gang. Well, in view of the fact of the Prime Minister's tour, and something that the former Prime Minister, Perry Gladstone Christie, had to say when he went to Parliament to view the body of the late Member of Parliament, Dr. Elwood Donaldson, I thought it is important to look at what Mr. Christie has to say in view of the fact that Prime Minister Davis had recommended that the former Prime Minister be a part of the Caribbean distinguished group of leaders who went to Haiti to meet with the gangs. And you may not be aware that they went to Haiti, they met with the gangs, and the fear and the threats of the gangs were so great that the Canadian Armed Forces provided them with, my best word, it's not the real thing, but this is the best way I can describe it so that you would be able to picture it. Something like a military tank, but it's not really a tank. Something where they were all able to enter and protect them from gang violence, gang weapons. So let's look at what Mr. Christie had to say, because I thought it was very interesting in view of the fact that Mr. Christie has this unique experience in dealing with gangs. Because if you are in Haiti and you're dealing with gang, you're dealing with a very powerful institution, because just the other day I told you of a Haitian guy who lives here in the Bahamas and who went to Haiti for a couple of days. And I don't know if he understood that there was a certain part of Haiti, notwithstanding that he looks like a Haitian. He looks like a Haitian. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Perry Christie is on my mind. I gotta give you that story. All right? God save the Commandant of the Bahamas. God save Bahamian fathers who have fathered children born out of wedlock. Hold on, everybody. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor. When we took the adjournment, I was telling you about Mr. Christie, some of the comments he made outside the House of Assembly during the viewing of the body of the late parliamentarian, Dr. Elbert Donaldson, and Mr. Christie, whom I would want to regard as an expert in meeting with gangs and gang leaders, because he was a part of a distinguished leadership group that represents the Bahamas and the Caribbean that went to Haiti to talk with the gang leaders. And of course, the Canadian government, their armed forces, provided them with something that permitted them to, to be reasonably safe. So it's interesting how Mr. Christie has described the young people. Christie, he says, young men has become human weapons. Former Prime Minister Perry Christie said a holistic approach is needed to combat crime, adding young men have become human weapons. He spoke to reporters as the body of Elbert Donaldson Sr. lay in state. 25 people have been killed in 2024, one of the deadliest starts ever in a year. And we are quoting Mr. Christie, we clearly will have to find the formula to understand why young men in particular are being weaponized by the environment in which they live. Mr. Christie said, they literally become human weapons, and weapons that are not working in the best interest of the country. Mr. Christie believes involvement in crime relates to someone's home environment, neighborhood, struggles with unemployment, or being drawn to the form of brotherhood that exists in gangs. And he went on to say it's a question of governance and effective governance, and putting that in place and making sure that you are responding to the needs of the people, he said. And as I said, this is Mr. Christie, before, I think that those ideas are now in play, and I have no doubt in the coming days and weeks you're going to see major activity on the part of the government. But it's interesting, Mr. Christie's observation. I am 67 years old. Therefore, I matured I submit, under Pinling's administration. So we are the children of Pinling, and we have been well behaved, well disciplined, and the children of Pinling has done rather well. The young men who are committing the murders and mayhem, whose children are they? These are the gangster children of former Prime Ministers Perry Christie and Hubert Alexander Minnis. The current not Minnis, I apologize, not Minnis, Hubert Ingram. So let me repeat it again. These bad men, these bad boys, these gang leaders, these are Perry Christie and Hubert Ingram children. They all grew up under Christie and Ingram. Philip Brave Davis's children are babies. His children cannot rape, cannot rob, cannot commit murders. Their parents can keep them in the house. Take it from me. But who are these gangsters? These are the young men and women that Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie did not whip into line. That's who these are. So I want Mr. Christie to be told that, because as I read the article a couple of days ago, I smiled. I said, goodness me, Christie, is he not aware that all these bad men and bad women and those who are getting themselves in all kind of social problems, Christie and Hubert Ingram fail? And so Philip Brave Davis and this current PLP cannot be faulted. They cannot. Mr. Davis' children are babies. I want people to look at that. So all these thugs and all these women who are carrying on badly, their leader, their political father, is Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie. Very important. And why do I bring that up? At 6:02 a.m., a Negro man who reported that he's living on Shirley Street, he called me to tell me he's on Shirley Street armed. So I said, what do you mean when you say you are armed? He said, I have a government issue rifle, and I just saw a man who's trying to accost a woman. So I called the police, and the police wouldn't come. So I had to take my gun and fire off some shots. So I said, well, did you shoot him? He said, no, I didn't shoot him. I said, well, where did you shoot? He said, he shot up in the air. That is the story he gave me at 6:02 a.m. I almost was under the impression that he wanted me to come to the scene. I had to say to him, listen, I'm 67. Why don't you call the Central Police Station, since you're on Shirley Street and you had to defend this woman? Well, I've heard no reports where anyone has been shot on Shirley Street, so I accept that no crime as it relates to gun violence has been committed. But I was rather concerned over the fact that he claims that he called the police and the police wouldn't come. So I don't know how to deal with that. But I just want to point out that all these bad men, just check their ages. Who children they are? Perry Christie and Hubert Ingram. Who failed to lead them properly? Perry Christie and Hubert Ingram. That's a fact. It is scientific and it can be documented. And I just want the country to know that the current Prime Minister and the current PLP administration, their children is baby. Okay? Their children is baby. And at the moment, Mr. Davis is in a very good position to make sure that all them baby who are in Pampers, that they are properly love, taken care of, trained to be good citizens. And I think it's powerful. Any comments?
That's a very flawed analogy, to be honest with you. It doesn't make any sense at all.
What doesn't make any
Well, it
sense?
sounds, I mean, the two prime ministers that you say failed under their leadership, which means that the system actually failed from correcting them. And as a result of that, what we have today is a result of failed leadership under the two former prime ministers.
Wow, flesh and blood did not reveal that to you.
Hold on a second.
You're brilliant.
But that's not their problem. You got to blame the parents. All right? These children, even though they're a certain age and they're spilled out into the streets with their nonsense, it starts at the home.
These are not children.
Yeah.
How you could call a man
Well, when I say...
who is 20
Yeah.
was on bail
Okay, so these men...
for murder
These men...
and committed murder.
They
How
came
you
from
can blame
homes.
that on their mom?
They came from homes that
Oh,
those...
come on,
they
man.
came from homes that those prime ministers had no jurisdiction over. All right? They were raised in homes. So it goes back to their bringing. All right? Now, if you want to say that, well, they committed some crimes and the system failed to correct them in their wrongdoings, then you could say that. And now you want to seem as if you want to, let some folks off the hook by saying
My spiritual advisor,
by saying
this
that they're
generation is the generation
amazing.
that Perry Christie and Hubert Ingram failed.
Yeah.
You cannot blame Brave Davis for this generation.
Wow. Okay.
That is a fact.
But you can blame the other two prime ministers?
Yes.
Okay.
Davis now has an opportunity to train up the children. It's powerful. These Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie children. Penland children is us. We all. See, we Penland children. When Penland came to power on the 10th of January 1967, I had just turned 10 days ago, 10 days prior to the 10th of January. So I was 10 when Penland came to power. That is a fact. And now I'm old. Penland's children are all. It's us. We are all. We're not robbing. We're not raping. The people who are carrying on badly, they're Hubert Ingram children and Perry Christie children. And so we should send Christie and Ingram into the streets to go talk to their children. Philip Brave Davis' children, they're babies. Okay? They're babies. Dr. Minnis' children is only about, 4 years old? 5 years old. All right? And you know the mentality of Dr. Minnis. All right? If not checked, them children wouldn't be around. And that's powerful. I just thought I would point that out. Are you?
We can move on, man.
We can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're not comfortable blaming Christine Ingram.
It isn't that. I just...
Well, if you're
Yeah,
man,
well,
blame who you want to blame. I blame Christine Ingram for this generation.
Yeah.
Now, who you want to blame?
The parents. It
Now-
goes back to the home. Remember now, I came up under the Penland era too, you know. But Penland was never inside my
Really?
father's house.
You?
Yeah, when Penland lost power, I was 25.
Man, you was an independence era.
Penland was voted of power in 1992.
Okay. When you were independence era, right?
Yeah, so when he...
Right? You were independent era.
I was 26
Look
years
how
old when
good
he
you
lost
are.
power.
The only thing...
Yeah, my parents responsible for that, not Penland.
Do you know who your father is?
Penland is not responsible
Your
for that.
father was a stalwart in the PLK.
Yeah, but my father and my mother...
Penland had him roped in.
Man,
Oh, you
yeah.
thought I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
let's move on, man.
His father was a PLP stalwart. His father was
Penland
a
was
PLP
not inside my
stalwart.
parents' house.
All
My
right?
parents did their job.
And when Penland was in charge, and you step out of line to the extent that no longer parents had influence, the law stepped in. The law stepped in.
It always supposed to happen. Then.
Huh?
It's happening now.
Huh? The law stepped in. So this is Christine Children. All right? Christine Ingram. Man, the children them cut them off. It's powerful. Anyway, for my spiritual advisor, he wants me to walk away from the issue because there are some people that he would like to blame, but he doesn't have the political strength to do so today. So I won't tease him. I'll move away from it. You would recall yesterday that I drew to your attention that the former leader of the Free National Movement and the former Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Dr. Hubert Minnis, he went into Parliament and he has raised some very serious allegation against the minister responsible for national security, that's the Honorable Wayne Munro, at a point when Munro is not in the Bahamas. And while Minnis might be eager to make headlines, he really should be man, and he should have waited for Minister Munro to return. So today I sent for some photographs so that you can see the level of hypocrisy of Dr. Minnis. And I want Dr. Minnis to do what I'm doing. He has evidence on Munro, produce it, because I'm producing the evidence I have on him. I want you to show the public Dr. Minnis' clinic that he rented to the government. In 2017, Hubert Ingram told Minnis, Minnis, I'm going to appoint you as the health minister. This juicy contract for this clinic, I need you to terminate it. Minnis, you understand what I say? Yes, PM. Did Minnis terminate the contract? No. If my memory serves me well, Dr. Minnis rented this clinic to the Ministry of Health, for which he was the minister. And if my recollection is correct, it was for about $9,000 or more per month.
$7,500.
So how then?
$7,000.
You will have your opportunity to correct me, my spiritual advisor, because when I refer to you, you tell me you don't have any comment. And so here we have Dr. Minnis, who's accusing Munro. But Dr. Minnis, I personally asked Hubert Ingram. I went to see him. And I asked him, Papa, as disciplined as you are, how Minnis was able to pull off this dirty, nasty trick. Mr. Ingram suck his teeth and look up in the sky as I confronted him on what Dr. Minnis was doing. So Dr. Minnis lacks the moral authority to criticize Wayne Munro unless he was bold enough to first confess that form of corruption that he was practicing, and then once he confessed it and say, I have sinned. Hubert Ingram, my former leader, told me to get rid of the contract, but it was too juicy, so I did not. But I was wrong. Now I want to talk about Munro. So you see the level of hypocrisy and dishonesty that exists in the body politics. So I decided, let me show you all the clinic. And it was not until nomination day of 2017, because you would recall that Dr. Minnis came to power in 2017, and it was on nomination day that Wayne Monroe, not Wayne Monroe, it was on nomination day that Dr. Dwayne Sands told the public that Minnis had finally terminated the contract. But prior to that, prior to the election of 2017, I think that election would have been 2012, Dr. Minnis never disclosed, in accordance with the election laws, that he had the contract. Never disclosed it. But now he won't come to equity, but his hands are dirty. His hands got blood. That's what he wants to do. All right? Now, how then do you be a crime interrupter with Dr. Minnis? How do you? How do you be a crime interrupter with Dr. Minnis when Dr. Minnis had the third largest share in Brent Simnett Dem ship? How? And certainly Dr. Minnis would have known that something fundamentally was wrong with him having shares in a shipping company that had a contract with the Bahamas government. So all I'm demonstrating to you is how Dr. Minnis is not saved. He's not saved, he's not sanctified, and he thinks that we, the Bahamian people, have forgotten the records. But we have not forgotten the records. We have put the issue aside until he began to demonstrate this level of hypocrisy, this level of political dishonesty, this level where he failed to acknowledge what he did and how wrong it was. I just thought that for today, I'll tell you about it. And if tomorrow wasn't Saturday and I could have come to work, perhaps I would have shown you one of the vessels. All right? So you have to watch out for Dr. Minnis. And I really want to know how strong and convicted he is on the issue of abortion. And he should not be upset with Wayne Monroe. There are many men who don't believe in abortion. Many men. Many men who does not believe in abortion. There are many men who believe that the seeds of men are so precious that we should protect it. But there are some men who don't believe. And therein lies the problem. I could give you a story of a man who committed abortion. He's dead now. Man, he committed abortion. He worked in the Princess Margaret Hospital. And one day, he joined the church on Carmichael Road that was run by the late Miles Monroe. Is that his name, Miles Monroe? I'm saying the name correctly, right?
Who are you trying to identify?
The church, the diplomatic church. Miles Monroe.
You mean the Diplomat Center?
The diplomatic center.
Road.
This doctor came from the motherland, Africa, and he performed some of the biggest abortion in this country. Today, I'm going to hold back a spiritual curse that was put on him, notwithstanding that he repented, allegedly, before God, Miles Monroe, and the diplomatic center. But boy, he killed baby. He was a gynecologist by profession, and apparently many gynecologists know how to terminate pregnancy. Who was that African that we hired at the Princess Margaret Hospital? And finally, when death came knocking at his door, And he recognized that death was coming, like how I recognize that death is coming. He confessed how he slaughtered babies. He was a no-good gynecologist. Perhaps if God spare my life, I will go further to discuss his spiritual confession right there on Carmichael Road. All right? Baby killers. That's what they were. And that's what we are faced with in our society. As I call on men, the seed providers, the farmers, the baby makers, to reject abortion, and all those who would practice that evil witchcraft. I'm not going to ask my spiritual advisor anything on abortion. He may not be, he may be unwilling to discuss it. So I'm going to allow him to choose the next topic. My spiritual advisor.
We're coming out of the segment.
We're coming.
We all know that abortion is against sacred scripture. I mean,
well, then just tell the country.
The reality is, you call sin out as much as you want, and people still go ahead and do what they have to do. You talked earlier about men and making sure that their kids born out of wedlock are secure. Why are we having children out of wedlock in the first place? That's condemned by sacred scripture. Well, you can
put them in wedlock, my spiritual advisor.
That is condemned by sacred scripture.
Okay.
But,
is it condemned by the law?
I don't know.
I thought you told me the law was changed.
I don't know.
I told you told me the law was changed.
You're talking about New Testament law, you're talking about secular law.
I'm talking about your testament.
New Testament law.
This is pretty much
condemns it.
God saved the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Lord, stop the abortionists in their footsteps. This is pretty much God save the King. We'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to Freedom Arch. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor, and it's birthday time. But just before we do birthday, I want to pay a bill. You have to pay bills, so bills are important. Catch Western Air's early bird flight to Fort Lauderdale daily, departing Nassau at 7 a.m. Your checked bag and carry-on are free. No change or cancellation fees apply. Visit www.westernairbahamas.com to book today. And that is powerful. My spiritual advisor, if it pleases you, it's birthday time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we got a couple birthdays and probably a wedding anniversary to shout out today. Okay.
Put the camera on the spiritual advisor for a second.
Well, Mr. Medusa, let me just follow you, because, let's do this first. Yes, we want to wish Mr. and Mistress Earl Benavy. I understand they'll be celebrating their wedding anniversary on the weekend. Of course, this wedding anniversary shout is coming to you from your family, all your family and friends, and then, of course, me. You're very good friends of mine, and it's been, let's see, you're now celebrating, how many years of marriage now, Earl Pearl? If I'm not mistaken, you're doing, is it 34? 35 years, wow, Earl. Boy, time moves quickly, eh? 35 years of blissful marriage. Happy anniversary to Earl, Mr. and Mrs. Earl Bannaby. God bless his marriage, and of course, God bless you. And we hope you live to enjoy many, many more years of marriage until death do you part. All right. All right, yeah, we want to wish this young man happy birthday. His birthday is tomorrow. That's his name is Terrence Davis. It's coming from his mother, his granddaughter. Coming from his mother. Did I get this right? Did I get this right? Sorry, is this Alex Smith? He's celebrating his 17th birthday. Coming from his dad, Altamiko Smith, his mother, Alexis Smith, his brothers, Aaron and Aiden Smith. Keyshawn Parker, also from his grandparents, aunt and uncle, also from the Valentine's family. They love you. Enjoy your special day. So happy birthday, 17th birthday to Alex Smith. Okay, great. Let's go. Let's see. We have this beautiful young lady here. Happy birthday to granddaughter Janisha Clark. It's coming from your Grammy Cindy and your aunt Devonique. Happy birthday. All the best to you. We hope you enjoyed your birthday, and of course you live to enjoy many, many more. We want to wish Rochelle, there it is, yeah, Rochelle Horton. Yeah, you can move on, yeah. Right, so we want to wish Rochelle Horton. She'll be celebrating her birthday on the weekend, on Sunday the 18th. It's coming from her children, Cleature, Anisha, and Ilian, grandson, Aiden, family and friends. Enjoy. No, I think I'm wrong on that one. Sorry. We want to wish a happy birthday to this granddaughter, Janisha Clark. It's coming from a Grammy Cindy and Aunt Devonique. Sorry. Yeah, that one there. That's Janessa Clark. No, not the one after that. Huh? Okay. All right, no problem. Right, you're right about that. And then, of course, the one in the purple is Rochelle Horton. All right. So we want to wish, let's see, this is, this is Rochelle? Okay. This is Rochelle Horton, who will be celebrating her birthday on Sunday the 18th. It's coming from her children, Cleature, Renisha, and Alien, grandson, Aiden, family and friends. Enjoy your day. All the best to you. All right. So happy birthday. Happy birthday to this young lady too. Now, I don't have any information on her. I'm so sorry. You gotta forgive me on that. But anyhow, we're gonna wish her a happy birthday anyhow, coming from all of her family and friends. Happy birthday to you, young lady. We hope you enjoy your birthday. And of course, we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Okay. Already? Oh, that's Yolanda. Okay. So happy birthday to Yolanda. Celebrating the birthday tomorrow. Best wishes coming from my husband, Terrence Davis, grandmother, her daughter, Chloe Courtney, and her granddaughter. Okay, also from the Harbor Island crew and the Valentine's family. Good, we got that. Happy birthday to you. All the best to you, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many more birthdays. Do we have any more? That's it? Senator, you have one. Go ahead.
Well, I want to wish a very happy birthday to Queenie. Queenie of Grand Bahama. She's celebrating her birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday, Queenie. Queenie is one of the woman them. And then, of course, there is another birthday that is set for, let's see when it's set for. It is set for tomorrow. So Brandhilda Wallace Whitfield, she's celebrating a birthday tomorrow. She's one of the women there. And of course, birthday greetings come to her from her seven grandchildren. Wow. And her 5 children, and her 2 son-in-laws, and her 1 son-in-law. So happy birthday, Sister Wallace Whitfield. So that is very powerful indeed. And I want to shout out a young man who I found to be very, very respectful, Jamal Humes. So Jamal Humes, I want to shout you out. It was an honor to meet you, and I want to make a public confession. Your mother and I attended the same high school, so I can't wait to see her to tell her what a good son she has. Jamal Humes. It's powerful. Okay, my spiritual advisor, I think that I have done that which I should have done. Yeah, I think I've done it. Yeah, okay. So, that's the end.
Yeah, I believe that's all the birthdays, yeah.
Birthdays, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
We did all of them.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to deal with a complaint out of Freeport, Grand Bahama. I do not wish for the lady out of Grand Bahama to be upset. There has been a technical problem which has prevented me from dealing with your issue today. If you are able to, please call me tomorrow morning at about 10 a.m. I want us to go over that topic again so that I can make sure that the proper technology is put in place so I can receive everything that you are providing. So I apologize. Okay, so where are we, my spiritual advisor? I'm going to give you an opportunity.
Mr. Medusa, I don't know if we can, but there is a video that's circulating where it does seem as if a vagrant or a homeless man may have been attacked just across the pink wall from Government House, sorry, on Market Street. Can we just show that? Yeah. So I want to ask a question. When you look at this video and you see the graphic details of it and how reckless these young men are, the question is, whose children are these? As you look at this senseless attack.
These are children who are committing the crime?
Yeah, these look like young boys. They look about what, maybe 16, maybe 17, I don't know. I'm trying to look at it carefully. But you know, we must ask ourselves this very interesting question. Whose children are these young men? And why are they behaving in such a reckless and barbaric manner? How do you correct this kind of behavior?
And these are juveniles.
Well, let's look at the video.
Well, hold on before we look at the video.
Okay, well, let me look and see.
Are they adults or are they juveniles?
All right, so we may not be able to show the video. Let me just look and see if I can identify the age
to see
group.
what the ages are, because we have certain
let's see.
Negro legislation which says that young people who have been alleged to commit criminal offenses.
Yeah, these boys look rather, they look young. I would say, they look maybe 17. There's a bunch of young boys. I don't know, 16, 17, they're about. I'm trying, let me see if I could pause this video. Okay, pause it right here. Wow, this is crazy. Looked like one young man picked up a rock, hit him, then two young men ran behind him in an alley with a gate, and they continued to beat him. Then a third young man joins in with a long, beige, look like roller thing. Then it looks like a whole crew of boys joined afterward. Yeah, all right, so I guess...
Are they in uniform?
No, they're not in uniform. They're dressed in yard clothes.
You think they are 18 and over?
Well, I guess to protect the identity. Let's not show the video.
Okay. But tell us what they're doing. What are they doing?
Sandra, I mean, let me send the video to your phone so you can look at it, because I can't describe it to you.
Are they Negroes?
Let me send the video to you.
Are they Negro?
Yes, yes. I mean, who else?
Are they in the
Sandra, I don't want to be cross-examined by you, man. Man, that's why. Okay, let's move on, man.
Why for senior?
Sandra, because
for senior
I have the
citizen.
Sandra,
Can't you?
All I'm saying, there's this video.
Your emotion.
Okay,
Be calm.
Son,
You're
I
my
want to move.
spiritual advisor.
Yeah, okay, but let me ask a question. I want to.
It's a juicy topic.
Well, I can't describe everything that's going on in the video. We'll have to show it, and we can't show it.
What
so
did you
let's
see?
I just see a man being attacked. That's it.
Attack means what? He's being beaten by fists, or beaten by wood, or beaten by rock and bottle. What is going on, my spiritual advisor? Can't you do it calmly?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I fail. I can't. I'm sorry.
My spiritual
We can move on to the next subject.
No, I'm interested in that. Did you send it to me?
Yeah, let me send it to you so you could look at it and, you know, size it up for yourself.
You want to know who children they are?
Yeah, who are these children doing this?
He wants to know who children they are. Do you think they're citizens of the Bahamas?
I can't tell you that.
You mean to tell me you look at a picture and you can't tell if they're citizens?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of identification they have. I can tell you who they are.
Are they Negroes?
Okay, look at your phone.
It's just amazing, you know. Here is my spiritual advisor who was born in the inner city. He comes from Kemp Road. You mean to tell me?
Sandra, I can't tell you who they are.
I am from
they're young black men, but I can't tell you if they're Bahamians or not.
I am from Bainstown and Grandstown. And once I see the Negro child,
anyway, it's a senseless video where this apparently man is sitting down. He looks like he really needs some help.
It's showing income. Yes.
He sent you.
Okay.
He's been attacked by some young men.
Okay.
They started attacking him with rocks.
Did you rebuke them?
Let's see.
Did you stop? Did you talk to them? Did you say,
I don't know anything about
brothers?
that. I mean, I was not there.
Oh.
I wasn't there.
Okay. Could you speak to them now and tell them not to do it again?
Sandra, I don't know if they're watching, man, okay?
My spiritual advisor, all the young people in the country watches us.
Yeah, and it's wrong. You don't attack people senselessly. Well, for no reason.
Well, tell them. Talk to them.
Sandra, I'm done.
My spiritual advisor.
I'm done. Sandra, please, man. I mean, give me a break, man. Not today, man.
You're amazing, you know. Here you are.
I am done with it, man.
Of God. You come from a first century religion.
It's amazing, hey. When you want to shut down, I can't say anything to you.
Really? I only questioned the video.
You tell me leave the matter, and I leave it alone.
No, I was only controlling the video because
it's not being shown.
If they were adults, but I'm interested in the story.
Okay, so
I'll talk to them then, since you don't want to talk to them. You're not intimidated, are you?
No.
Okay. Listen, young man, bullying is wrong. Bullying is wrong. You should not beat up anyone. It's wrong, it's dangerous. And in the process of bullying, you could end up killing an individual or seriously harming them. Then what is going to happen to you? So if you are in a group and one of the members say, let's chop him, there has to always be someone who says, no, we shouldn't do that. It's against the law, it's a sin, and we should always talk to one another and encourage the group not to participate in that kind of gangsterism. Okay? So I'm going to ask young people, try to be law-abiding, try not to get any criminal conviction, try not to sleep in the policeman's hand, try not to find yourself being charged in the magistrate courts with a criminal offense, and you end up having to go to prison, or you have your parents having to find money to pay fines for you. It's not a very good thing. So I beg you not to do so. I think it's powerful, my spiritual advisor. Do you want another topic? You're not going to choose no topic?
Let's open the lines early, man.
You want to open
it's
the
a weekend,
lines
yeah. Let's open the lines
My spiritual advisor wishes to open up the lines
it's a weekend.
early.
Let's give them some time.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Pardon me, sir? Yeah, so we got about 7 minutes in the segment. Please, we're going to open the lines early today. 323-7775 is the number to call. 6980775, 6980776. Callers, what do you want the callers to discuss?
Tell them they may discuss any decent issue. It must be decent. It must be orderly. Okay? And I want to salute Auntie from Stapleton Garden. Auntie, it was an honor to hear from you, and I look forward to hearing from you again. It's powerful.
323-7775, 6980775, and 6980776. You're the first caller. Welcome to Freedom March caller. You're live.
Thank you. Good evening, Spiritual Advisor. Good evening, Mr. Monica.
Good evening.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. We're listening to you.
The video you talk so much about?
Yes.
That you don't know why it is that those young men attacked that man. So everyone kind of assumed that the young man did something that caused them to be attacked. And Mr. Monica, I think you operate on principle of innocent and proven guilty. I'm not saying that they are right in what they did, but I think we must always ask the question why. Why they would have done that?
How many young men attacked him?
I don't know. I've not seen the video. I've only heard it.
Well, now.
Maybe you're talking about it. I heard you talk about it.
Yeah, but you can't have all those young men attacking him. If that continues, they're going to end up in big trouble. I don't care what he did. You can't do that. I'm not trying to condone whatever crime he may have committed if he did. But at this point, you are speculating, and I'm saying that some of them could have called the police then.
So, caller, you didn't see the video?
No, I haven't seen the video.
Right, and we're not sitting here assuming anything, you know. The only question I asked is, Sandra, because we were looking at a comparison about whose children came up under whose prime minister. And I look at the video and I said, then, but I wonder whose children are these? We weren't getting into why they were attacked or who was attacking who. But when you look at the video from the onset, it doesn't matter who did what. When you watch the video, then you come to the conclusion as to what you think may be right or wrong. But I'm trying to figure out what's the nature, what's the purpose of your call, because to me, you're not making any sense. You didn't watch the video, but you want to criticize.
No, but I heard you talking about the video, and I heard Mr. Monica trying to put you through some questions, and you're refusing to answer.
Yeah, so you got to watch.
Everyone's assuming that this man did something.
Okay, okay, no problem. So you take a look at the video. We're going to go to another call, okay? You take care. Have a good weekend, man. All right. Wow. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March call. You're live. Hello, call. Are you there? Did we lose that call?
Hello?
The call is there.
Hello. Welcome to Freedom March call. You're live.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good day, gentlemen. Good day. Mr. Monica, I would like to pay homage to a group of people who are often overlooked in our society.
Yes.
They are our young men who are keeping it real, who are not forcing trouble as far as crime is concerned.
Yes.
They go to work, they take care of their children, and they're good Christians.
Yes.
They are not committing crime, and they are hardworking, and they are taking care of their business.
We must salute them.
It seems to me that they are overlooked by politicians and religious leaders.
Okay.
So, to those young men, keep up the good work. I salute you, and good evening.
I join you in
take
saluting all men who are law-abiding and responsible. God bless them all.
Take care. Have a good weekend. 323-7775 is the number to call. 6980775 6980776. Welcome to Freedom March call. You're live. We don't have any calls? Okay. 323-7775 is the number to call. Don't forget to turn your radios down. 698-0775, 698-0776. We don't have any calls.
Well, since we don't have any call, I failed to report the 300 homes to get repair assistance from government. Housing and Urban Renewal Minister Keith Bell said of the New Providence home owners who sought help with repairs from the government. More than 300 homes are in, quote, dire, end quote, need of repairs. To qualify for home repairs, applicant must have proof of property ownership and proof of citizenship and must fall within the economic status requirements of the program. Mr. Bell, find a picture of Keith Bell, conducted a walkabout yesterday through the Carmichael constituency assessing homes as part of the Small Homes Repairs Program. Senior citizen Cynthia Monroe told him her roof was repaired in November only for a fire to damage the back of her home just before Christmas. She had been in the home for about 30 years. She has been moving from house to house since, staying with her children. The minister anticipated repairs on her home would start within 2 weeks and cost somewhere near $30,000. He said the woman lacked insurance, adding that Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis has spoken about creating some form of insurance for these types of cases. Another resident, Cipriana McDonald, said she is dealing with a termite infestation in her home. She said the problem began 7 years ago in the home she has lived in for 50 years. Get them, Keith Bell. Repair them home. This is powerful. God save the Commandant of the Bahamas. God save Keith Bell. Kill the termites and repair the homes. It's powerful today. We'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka. Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor, and we're going to show you a video. It's kind of graphic. Bunch of senior young men acting grossly irresponsible. It needs to be condemned, so be guided by the level of violence and mayhem, and may God forgive the sins of these young men, and may the police find them. Go ahead. Okay, you can cut it. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is what we have to work with in our society, where in the society there are a lot of citizens who find themselves in very unfortunate circumstances, and they are abused and beaten up by other citizens, and that calls for the police stepping in, investigating and prosecuting. That is the entrance of the old St. John's College, which is on the eastern side of Government House, if I may put it that way, or on the eastern side of C.R. Walker Senior High School. And that the old St. John's College is where they used to have a drug camp. People who were on a variety of drugs, they used to be housed there. And so from time to time you're walking along the street and there are some people who obviously have social problems who are sitting there, and it is disgraceful that those young Negro men beat that fella. And if you examined the video closely, I won't tell you what physical effect they cause as a result of the beating of the guy. They literally caused him to soily his pants. An examination. You don't do that to a fellow human being. So these are some of the social problems that we are faced with in this society. And when families cannot rope their relatives in, that is where the state comes in. That's where the law comes in. Why do you think I behave myself? Because there's a law. And if I don't obey the law, then they will whip me in line. So the law makes me responsible. So any day I wake up and I don't want to be responsible, I remember the law. So the police needs to go and find them.
It's a bunch, it's a gang of boys. Yeah, we have a call. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon, Senator, Mr. Rowe.
Good
God
afternoon.
save the king.
Now, let me go back to that. If we live long enough, like me and you, I would see that these are the grandchildren at the PLP convention at Holiday Inn. President warned us about. He said, I'm going to do a national youth services to train these children because we don't have a lawless society and we don't get a whole grip of it. But your party, being disruptors they are, they put a stop, they made them stop it. Imagine the feeling to go ahead with the national service and youth service. The men would be men, they would for the trade. We wouldn't have what we're going through right now.
Yeah, but you know why we didn't want the national service?
The feeling to have some army or whatever strike that we.
Well, that was one of the reasons. Yeah.
Type of death from death to now. Like listen at the Bayrak. Definitely, they get part of that. They abstain because he bravely talked to the bar council. For what? We want him to do his job.
Is that the reason the F&M gave?
Yes, because he didn't get the opinion of the bar council.
Really?
The French lawyers who working for the criminals, they definitely disrupted from 72 to now. Your party, anything Clinton do.
Mine?
They didn't want NIB.
Stop saying it's my party. They say I know F&M, man.
Oh.
They say you ain't no more?
Yeah.
They let you go?
Don't mind. I read. They say I know F&M.
But they let you and LBJ?
Yeah.
You had to see that.
Yeah.
Then you might go back after a while.
Yeah.
But let's say, Philip wanted to do the defense force. He almost, good thing he was stern about that. Oh, he want to have an army. He want to do this. You've been disruptive from 72.
I apologize. What you're saying?
Thank you, caller.
We in the F&M, we are guilty of it. So I apologize on behalf of every born again F&M.
Thank you so much, caller. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello?
Good afternoon. You're live, caller.
Yeah, first time caller.
Welcome.
I have some issues as far as the young men, especially the young schoolboys. How is it so difficult after school hours? Police can't be positioned in certain areas, especially Aaron Bailey by the Aaron Bailey Park by the mall.
What's happening there?
A young boy, and this was going on for years between C.A. Dreeve and Aaron Bailey, walking, bottle flying. Anybody which frequents that area after 3 o'clock will tell you.
Really?
And I can't believe that this was going on for so much years and police has yet to step in. So the government can be serious about let's attack crime at a young start, dealing with the young youth. Because you got to start from there. After school hours, rocks and bottles flying left, right, and center.
Yeah, I've seen it. You're right.
And I'm trying to figure out these young boys. How is it that we can't put pressure on the parents? If I carry your young boy from off the street after school hours, you, the parent, held accountable. I put pressure on you. You got to do some community service.
Okay.
It's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea.
These children doing a bunch of stupidness.
I wouldn't correct them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, when the parents fail, the law must step in. Okay?
Thank you so much, caller. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moncur and Spiritual Advisor.
Good
Sir.
afternoon.
This is the
Concrete Joe Man from Abaco.
Hey, I
Morning,
haven't
sir.
heard from you in a long time.
Yes. If you could give me just a couple seconds, I have a comment for you.
Go ahead.
Well, it's not really a comment, but it's a comment about the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Okay.
In the settlement where I live, 2 weeks ago Sunday, there was, yes, a little challenge with the mental problems, but when he took his medication, he's okay. But anyhow, he sort of went on surgery, and he tried another medication. Anyhow, it was called for him. They carried him to the police station, and then Sunday, they wanted to must be take him to the doctor for exam. And I guess where he was, he's not a really good fella. Claimingly, they told the family, he would try to wrestle with the police. There was only one police, so the policeman took out his gun, shot him twice in the shoulder, and then 3 times, one leg, the other leg.
When this happened?
2 weeks ago, Sunday coming.
I've not heard that.
Yeah. Now, my problem is the government, especially the Princess Margaret, threw him the nest off, and as of yesterday, they hadn't did no surgery.
Really?
Now they're saying they can't do no surgery because all of the gunshot wounds are infected.
Wow.
So now, the 2 week Sunday, it seems like the bombers has gone down. The Princess Margaret, when they first carried it, there might not be no life-threatening bullet wounds, but almost 2 weeks, and now they say they're infected and they can't operate.
Really?
Really? Now, his mother is a white lady, and his father was a black man. Now, I don't know. I shouldn't rely on them. You go to the hospital as soon as they can. They should deal with you, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's very. There's no lie. He's from the settlement where I live. He just got a little problem,
Yeah.
And because we tried to wrestle with the police, they shoot him in the police station.
Wow.
A mental person.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all I wanted to do that out. I haven't been calling before because it's just nothing,
Yeah.
I don't think the government listens to the regular, as you can see by the news and everything. They like to laugh it off, everything. But anyhow, that was just my comment.
Thank you.
I'm happy. I'm happy
Thank
that
you
you
very much.
called.
You're welcome.
I will try to pass a message to the Minister of Health, Dr. Michael Dowell, because every citizen should receive prompt medical attention. And I'm very sorry that all of that transpired. I think we need to do more training with law enforcement and other citizens as it relates to mental health issues. So it's sad that that has happened, and it's my hope and prayer that the Ministry of Health will take notice and something will be done expeditiously so that that citizen can be given the necessary surgeries.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Oh, Mr. Robert, Senator.
Sir.
I like what that judge did today. A murderer got 57 years. So the next murderer will come before him, but they can plead deal quick.
He got 57 years?
57 years.
I'm very disappointed.
murder.
I'm disappointed with that judge. Doesn't
Why?
the judge...
That's a life sentence.
No, his lordship ought to be aware that the penalty for murder is death by hanging. Life in prison and 57 years is for attempted murder. I'm very disappointed.
But he feel the bullets, and he feel our bullets. Because most of them did him 25 or 30 years. He give them federal time.
How old is this Negro
Probably
man?
about 25, 30.
Okay.
So that is a life sentence. If he don't feel it and all that, and whoever it is, but that judge set the standard. Murder was 57, 60 years.
How much murders was he convicted?
I think one.
One. Okay.
One. See, that judge, he playing with crime.
Okay.
See, like in Miami, they had a judge, what that's called, Helen Maximum Morphonius. Everybody got for get a maximum. If criminal not for the criminal takes a plea deal quick. But if you lose this case, she hits you with the maximum.
Wow.
She don't play with crime or criminality. She like what Senator Joe Biden did in 94. The law. Up to 20, 40, 60 for violent criminals. Even the death penalty.
Thank you so much.
I thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Thank
Okay,
you
take care.
very much.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Mr. Rule, how you doing this evening?
We're doing well. Thank you so much, sir.
Senator,
Sir,
would it be possible sometime, because you always bring something uplifting to the young people,
yes.
to find some kind of clip to show, religious clip, some event that Jesus did before he went to the cross.
Okay, I'll look for one.
Otherwise, to be able to recite some of those things and clean them sometimes, or maybe might touch some of the young people, the young boys' out.
It's a
We hope
brilliant
so.
idea for the spiritual advisor.
We really hope so. If they're watching and listening,
Yeah.
we hope so. Thank you so much,
Yes,
caller. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Hello, caller. You there? 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March.
afternoon.
Yes, you're live, caller. Go ahead.
How you do today?
We're doing well. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Good afternoon to you, gentlemen.
So-
Yes, thank you.
That video with those young guys, that's very disturbing.
Absolutely, it is.
That's very disturbing.
Very.
I never saw an event like that in this country.
Yeah,
It tells us where the country is
we're
going.
going. Absolutely.
But Mr. Advisor, the National Guard thing with Mr. Pinland, right? When he wanted to do the thing for the young gentleman.
National service.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
That is about 35 years ago.
Right. So what I'm saying, we still, all right, it's a good idea for Mr. Pinland to want to do it. I don't know why it was knocked down, I guess, through the politics.
Yeah, it should have
But
been done.
we had four different prime ministers since then. And some of them had 2-3 terms. And we never
Introduce it.
brought up that
Concept.
issue again. We're trying to do this now.
Well, there are-
We never brought it up.
Yeah, but there are reasons. I can tell you why. One, those citizens who were light-skinned, they were afraid that the Negro population would have had contact with their daughters. That was
Mr. Monk,
that was
Mr.
one.
Monk, Mr. Pinland was running a majority rule country, right?
Yeah, but I'm only giving
Right, so
you some of the social reasoning because I attended a meeting
Yes, sir.
at the Catholic school in Centerville,
So it was in political.
and a person got up and bitterly complained, and I recognize his fear. Don't forget now, if you mate with somebody who's black, the next thing you know, people turn brown. And there were some people who didn't want that to happen.
But Mr. Monk, that's a reality. We have interracial marriages, interracial relationships. My thing is about the country. I think the country. Because these bright people you're talking about, I don't see them killing one another, you know.
Well, that is true. And then, of
I don't
course,
see them killing one another.
the FNM, they felt that this was a conspiracy by Pinling to create an army.
But Mr. Pittman could have did it by a vote in the House Assembly, right?
Yeah,
Got it done.
but I'm only telling you what the FNM thought.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about the abiding by the law and
Yeah.
implementing it into the Constitution that as you reach 18 or
Yeah.
17, no matter what color you are.
And
Come
I
on.
must confess, when them senior FNMs got up in the Catholic church building and they started saying how Pinling was going to form this army, they had me convinced. Okay?
So, Mr. Marker, they were, one more thing, they
Yeah.
were County Joe FNFs or black FNFs?
These were like light-skinned FNMs. They were
Mr.
not.
Marker, that's what the problem is again. Those light-skinned things got nothing to worry about.
Well, it's always.
Mostly they took the side of the County Joe anyway.
Well, the County Joe kept out of it, and those who thought they were just, they raised the race issue. One day, I'll tell you who they are.
Yeah, that's a disservice to the country. I think
Yeah.
that's what helped us. I mean, sometimes we got to be big with our politics and be bigger men and women in politics.
Yeah.
And let's do the best for the country. Because that photo, that video, that is very disturbing.
Very
Yes,
disturbing.
yes.
Very
Yes,
disturbing.
thank you so much.
Gentlemen.
Yes, have a good weekend. Take care. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Yes, blessing.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, do us just one quick favor, please, sir. Could you turn your radio down, please?
No problem.
If you please. Thank you so much. Great.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, them young man in the movie do beat that guy up. What they gotta realize, right? That could be their cousin, they daddy, whatever. They wrong. You
Yes.
understand? They tell them try to pick up someone they own size.
Yeah.
You see, they say, I ain't one like that.
Yeah.
Even if
The young generation right now, they're killing the country, you know.
yeah.
Yes, that's a
Real talk,
sign.
the young generation,
Yes,
what's
sad.
going on? The young generation killing this country.
There is
They're
no
heartless.
punishment. That's what's going on.
They're heartless.
All right? There's no punishment. And underneath it is dope.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new kind of dope that has been introduced in this marijuana. And when you take that dope, your heart is like hog heart. You'll kill your ma. But nobody would listen to me, so, you know.
What they need to do, they need to get the urban rule and start walking about again, like what they used to normally do.
Well, it
And
started.
the crime will be down.
Yeah.
You understand? Because the young people ain't getting them time. What they say, but that crew coming from Diane, the next crew coming from Diane. It never used to be like that.
No.
You know, because everyone say they're scared. They get locked up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad.
When they get their own gang, the police they cut them.
Yeah. Anyway,
Thank you so much.
you for your support.
Thank you, caller. 323-7775. We're done with that call. Thanks so much, Mr. Medusa. 6980775 and 6980776. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Hello, caller, you there? Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Are you there? Hello? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, I saw that video with that young speaking. That's a good friend of mine. And you know, listen, what happened to that young boy in school? That boy comes from good people, but it's just that you get mixed up with the wrong kind of things. You understand me? That
Yes.
is so sad.
Yes. It's sad.
That is so sad.
It must be condemned, and the police must capture those men and take them to the nearest court.
The sad part about it is, Mr. Monica, the one who recorded gifted in like it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a joke.
And the serious
not
damages that they're doing to his body
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
head.
Listen, I can't even reach his mommy, and I sure she didn't see that video.
Yeah, it's sad.
Come on, man.
It's sad.
Jesus, Lord, I'm so sorry for the thing.
Yes,
It's a
thank you
case
so
of
much.
man's inhumanity to man.
Yes, absolutely.
It's terrible.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Special advisor, Mr. Monica.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon.
That video big tears to my eyes.
Wow.
A big tears to my eyes. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. You want to have a good evening.
Yes,
Thank you, my
so
love.
much. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hi, bless. It's still advice. How you doing today?
All right, we're doing well. Thank you.
Hi, senior man.
Sir,
So,
sir,
how y'all doing?
Doing
we're
well.
fine.
All right. I have one question only one question I really have to ask. What Valentine's Day is about?
My spiritual advisor is younger. You want to take an
Well,
answer?
they say it's a day for exchanging love. It's a
For
day of
those
love.
who are worthy.
All right. So what happened? Who is Mr. Valentine's
Yeah.
One? And what happened on Valentine's Day?
Massacre. Well, you got to go back to the history of it. We don't have the time to go through it right
All right.
now.
See, that's all I
Well,
thought.
but let me give you a little answer.
That's what's going on in the world today, right there.
We have our own Valentine's Grimes.
We are teaching the young children a bunch of lies, so whatever you see happen in this Bahamas today, yeah, it come from the head. The big people them know better. My mother called me and tell me Happy Valentine's Day, and I tell her I don't believe in that. I don't deal with that.
Wow.
Right? They have a blessed day, and you know what she told me?
What'd she say?
She said, "Oh yeah, I know, but everybody doing it, and we been doing it for so long, so we adopt that. So what the children gonna adopt?
Yeah. Not this.
God, you hear me? What's going on? I tell you all, I've been watching you all from day one, the first time the show started.
We thank you.
I've
Thank
been
you so much.
watching you, Mr. Mongo.
Yeah.
We thank you.
Thank you for the support.
We ain't seen nothing yet.
But not
Let's work towards goodness. Go ahead, my spiritual
Yeah, but
advisor.
notwithstanding the history of it, you see where they extract the good of it, because, I mean, when I look at what's going on with Valentine's Day, You see people, giving flowers, expressing love, selling chocolates. They go to dinner, they go to lunch. So there's some good positive thing they're trying to spread out of it, notwithstanding the history.
A rumor like that, the children who don't, how many big men I asked yesterday if they know what Valentine's, not one could tell me.
Yeah, the history of it is right there. It's just a matter of going back in the history and finding out. But we appreciate your call, though.
All right.
Take care. Have a good weekend. Welcome to Freedom March Caller. You're live.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Monka.
Hello, my dear.
I'm visiting for the weekend, and I heard about the crime, so I was just wondering which areas you think I should avoid.
Well, at the moment, the Commissioner of Police, he has a huge contingent of officers on the street, including, I shouldn't be saying this, but you forced me, undercover officers. And they are well armed, and they are ready for any eventuality. So I say you can go any place within reason.
Okay, that makes me feel a little comfortable.
I'm here to bring comfort to you.
Thank you.
Take good care, my dear.
Well, it's the end.
We at the end?
The weekend is here, man.
Well, folks, have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful birthday. If it's God's will, I hope to travel to Paradise Island. I will see if I can make it because I got a bad foot. And Reverend William Thompson, they're celebrating a huge birthday celebration and honor for him. And I'm supposed to be attending if it's God's will. I want people to be safe, okay? Be smart. If you live in an area where you know there's prone to violence, man, go in the back of the yard and go in the house and lock the door and congregate in the back of the yard, okay? Let's show some love. Let's be respectful. Let's condemn what those young men did to that other man. It's terrible. Let's see if we can express some love, okay? My spiritual advisor.
Until Monday, if it's the Lord's will, we'll be back.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the people. Let there be love. Let there be unity. God save our blessed King, King Charles III, and the entire royal family. God save the King. God save the Bahamas. If it's God's will, Monday,